I'm Dr. Swain, and in this session, we will discuss the concept of lights. Light plays an important role in gaming for rendering realistic scenes. Actually, in order to achieve the realism, we have to deal with various functionality of light in any game. So first of all, we will discuss the types of light. Basically, light is categorized in two ways. One is a direct light, another one is an indirect light. So direct light is what? Light which directly falls from the light source to the object. For example, suppose this is the light source and this is the viewer. So when light directly falls from light source to the object or viewer, then this type of light is called direct light. And indirect light, light produced after bounces or reflection from other sources. For example, this is the light source, and suppose here there's a viewer and there are various objects in between the scene. So if a light reaches to the observer from various bounces or reflections from other surfaces, then this type of light is called indirect light. Now we have to understand what are the mode of the light. Basically, there are three ways by which a light may be computed in any game engine. The first one is real-time light. So in real-time light, lighting effect is calculated in each frame. It means if we have any dynamic game object which can change its position in every frame. So for calculating the light effect on dynamic game object, we use real-time light system. The next mode is baked light. So this is nothing but it's pre-computed light before runtime. So there are various static objects in our game, for example tree, building. So it is not necessary to compute lighting effect in each and every frame in runtime because it will reduce the speed of the game. So the backlight system is a very good way to compute the lighting effect before running the game. So that's why it is called pre-computed light. The next mode is mixed light. In game, there are various scenarios where we have uh, static as well as dynamic game objects. So we can use the combination of both the mode of light, means real-time calculation of light as well as backlight. Now we will discuss what are the type of light sources. So first of all, we will see ambient light source. What is ambient light source? It illuminates all game object in the scene evenly from all the direction. What it means? We can assume a game scene without any lighting source. So in that game scene also, you will be able to see all the game objects. So how it is possible? It is only because of ambient light source. Actually, ambient light source can illuminate the objects even when no other light source is present. And the intensity of ambient light is independent of the direction, distance, and other objects, meaning the effect is completely uniform throughout the scene. We can understand it in the Unity. We have created a scene, and in this scene, we have taken two game objects. One is cube, uh, which is displayed as plane, and another one is this cube. So here we can see that by default we are getting directional light. So what will happen when I delete this directional light? After deletion, will I able to see these objects? So now I'm going to delete it. So now you can see that still we are able to see all the objects present in the scene. So it is only because of ambient light source. if we will go and rendering lighting setting, so here we can see that environment lighting source is nothing but it's set to the sky box. So here sky box treated as the ambient light source. We can change it with other options like color. I have chosen the color. So what will happen, we can change the mode of the scene. For example, I want to make a scene which show the effect of night. So in that case you can choose this type of color, dark color. Okay. If I want to show the scene like sunny scene, so here we can change the scene, change the color of ambient light with yellow. So these are the various options by which we can see the effect of ambient light in the game scene. Now the next light source is directional light source. A directional light source emits infinite light in a specified direction. It means the effect of light will not change with the position of the light source. So we can understand it by this simple scene that by default we are getting directional light. So this is the directional light, and if we change the position of this directional light, we can see that there is no effect on the scene. But if we change the direction of the light source, we can see the effect on the scene. Okay, so it means direction light always emit a ray which is infinite in nature, and position change in position will not affect the light source or lighting effect in any scene. But if we change the rotation, it will affect the scene. The next is spotlight source. A spotlight produces a directed cone of light. The light becomes more intense closer to the spotlight source and to the center of the light cone. So we can assume a torch or any flashlight, which is nothing but a spotlight source. We can also assume that what is the example of directional source. Sunlight is an good example of directional source. You can see the example of spotlight in our Unity engine. For example, we can create a spotlight. So here we can see if I increase the range, so now you can see that the range of the spotlight is increases, and if change the color, now you can also increase the intensity. Suppose I am disabling the directional light, so here you can see that the effect of this spotlight. The next source is point source. The point source emit light from a single point in all directions with the intensity of the light decreasing with the distance. So we can understand it by a simple example. Suppose I am taking a point source. Okay, so in order to understand it, we have to create few more game object. So uh, here we can see that we have created a box type structure and we put the cube inside this box, and if we put the spotlight above this cube uh, and increase the range and as well as uh, intensity, so we can see the effect of this spotlight. It emits the light in all direction uniformly. If we disable this directional light, so we can understand this in better way. Okay, here we can also see various mode is also given in the Unity. For example, real-time mode, mixed mode, and baked mode. We will see it shortly. Now, the next light source is area light, which is baked only. So it emits a light in a specified direction in rectangular shape and only affect the scene when light map is generated. So what it means, we can understand it by this example. Suppose uh, this cube is behaving like a ground, so we can uh, provide a texture of ground to this particular game object. So I have already downloaded a ground texture, so just drag it on your asset and provide this cube to this texture. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to just go to game object, light, and take area light. You can change the color of this area light like this, and also increase the intensity. At the same time, you can take another area light, uh, drag it little bit here. Okay, and you can change the color of this area light, this one. Okay, you can see that there is no effect is showing of area light. Why? Because area light works only in baked mode. So baked mode is performed with static game objects. So we have to tell this game engine that what are the static game objects explicitly. So for example, I want to see the effect of these area light on this ground. We have to explicitly tell this game engine that this particular cube is a static game object. So what we have to do, we have to go to this icon, click on static. Now go to the window in rendering option, in lighting setting. Here we have to go to scene, and you have to untick the auto generate. It is already unticked. Now you can generate lighting. Here you can see that it's baking the scene. Okay, so baking is completed. So here you can see that one more folder is created uh, with the same name as your name of the scene. So in this particular folder you can see a light map is created. So it is very necessary for baked scene that light map must be exist in your asset folder. So after getting this light map, if I delete this area light, so still we will get the same illumination on this ground. So that is the beauty of baked light system. We have seen all the types of lights. After that, how this light is used to render any scene. Actually, there's a process called ray tracing is used to render any realistic scene. So ray tracing is nothing but it's a rendering technique that can produce incredibly realistic lighting effects. So essentially an algorithm can trace the path of light and then simulate the way that the light interacts with the virtual objects, and it ultimately hits in the computer generated world. So basically we have two types of ray tracing algorithm. First one is forward ray tracing. So what is forward ray tracing? We can understand the forward ray tracing by this simple example. Suppose this is the light source, okay, and here we have a view plane, okay, and camera is here. Forward tracing follows the light particle photons from the light source to the object. It means in forward ray tracing, light rays will be emitted from this light source and it will reach to the viewer or camera uh, through the view plane. Suppose this is the view plane. Okay. So in this case, we assume that in any game scene, there may be various game objects. Okay. Or and this game object may have different type of materials. For example, it may be of wooden material, it may be glossy material, okay, it may be plastic material. So all game object may have different type of materials. So what will happen whenever a light source emit a light? So it emits lights in all directions. So what will happen? Ray will bounce on every objects present in the environment. So in forward ray tracing, suppose we have a light source and there is a view plane and camera is available here. Okay. So a game scene may consist of various game objects, and these game objects may be of various materials. For example, it may be of wooden material, it may be of glossy material, it may be of plastic material. So all material have different property uh, for lights. For example, glossy material can easily reflect the lights, wooden material absorb the light. So whenever this directional light emits some rays, so this ray reaches to every objects, and after reflection or absorption or refraction, it reaches to the observer. So in forward ray tracing, it is very difficult to calculate the contribution of every segment of ray. So it is impractical. So that's why the concept of backward ray tracing came into picture. So in case of backward ray tracing, we just reverse the forward ray tracing. Suppose we have a camera, this is the view plane. Okay, so here we emit a ray from the camera, and once it hit an object, and after hitting this object, it may be reflected or it may be refracted. So we just add the contribution of those rays which reaches to the light source. Okay, so backward ray tracing is easy to implement. So there are various factors which may affect the light intensity, as we have seen that the type of light source may be any directional light, spotlight, point light, or anything. Types of material of the object, like if material will be wooden or glossy, so the effect will be different. Surface type, surface color, these all are the factors which affect the light intensity. Now we will see what is the illumination model. Actually, illumination model is nothing but it is used to calculate the intensity of light at any surface point. For example, suppose this is a game object, and in a game, if we are seeing this face of this cube, it means that it is illuminated by the light source. That's why we are able to see it. So what will be the pixel intensity in every point? So how this all pixel intensities will be calculated? So that's why illumination model came into picture. Sometimes illumination model is also referred as lighting model and shading model. Actually, using illumination model, we can calculate the illumination of a particular point or projected pixel, and after calculating each projected pixels, we can render a surface. Illumination model can be categorized in two ways. One is a global illumination model and next one is a local illumination model. Actually, global illumination model is nothing but ray tracing, which we have already seen, and local illumination model, here we assume that there will be only one light source, just like only one light source, and there will be only one uh, object and one viewer. So once light source will emit the light, it will be reflected and viewed by the user or camera. Okay, so local illumination model has three major components. One is the ambient light, diffuse illumination, and specular reflection. So here we can see that this particular illuminated model is nothing but is a combination of ambient, diffuse, and a specular component, which is nothing but the major component of local illumination model. So that's it from this video. I hope now you all are familiar with the concept of lights. And if you have any doubt, you can comment me. Thanks.